What is going on, you guys? Welcome to Call on Tyrone Hawks Draft Review. I'm hyped. I think everybody in here should be hyped. Want to shout out everybody in the comments, everybody that's in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna start off talking about Jalen Johnson. 6'9.5". I think it's 6'9.5". Combo power forward. I call him that combo forward. Um, Basically he didn't play a lot of games at Duke, and that's why he kind of sort of dropped. I feel like people gave him a bad rep because he left kind of sort of in the middle of the season, but it was in a season where it wasn't a full season in my eyes. I think people took that too harsh, and there was some questions about his motor and his skills, and wanting to be a player, his drive of wanting to be a player. I don't think that's a problem. I think you just in a year where it wasn't a kind of sort of a botch year. I put it like that. So I'm not mad at him. You can't be mad at him for not wanting to come back. When he or left when leaving when he did. But goodness, some of his stats. He played 13 games. He averaged 11.6 rebounds and 2 assists. So my thing for him is that some of the guys he said he watched like growing up, were I think it was Magic. I think Draymond was in there, and then he said Ben Simmons, and the people kind of sort of was like, "Oh, why you watch Ben Simmons?" What people don't understand is that Ben Simmons, confident Ben Simmons, let's put it like that, is a different type of player. I'm cool. I'm excited for this draft class. He's a very. I think people are going to take him. People took that Ben Simmons statement weird. Ben Simmons he's 6'9" with a handle. He glides with the ball. Like, there's not a lot you can not like about him. And to get him at 20 when he was projected to go top 5 earlier in the year, like he was projected to go top 5, and then he goes 20. So there's a little bit of a guy I want y'all to remember. If y'all remember Michael Porter Jr.'s first career when he first got drafted when Denver. Remember how everybody was like, "Oh man, I don't know if Michael Porter Jr. can do anything because he's been hurt and he didn't play." And now look, now people want Michael Porter Jr. So my thing is for that is we can't doubt players before they come here and see what they can do. I say give him a year. I think this year, if he's gonna play in summer league, he's already announced he's gonna play in summer league. I'm fine with it. I think he's gonna come in and be especially off the bench. He can come in and be like a Draymond type-ish player in my eyes. Like he can play a point forward. He has great vision. But I want to see him score. The only thing I think he didn't really do well was his jump shot. And that would mean that you can fix that. He's 19. You can fix that at 19. I don't think that's going to be a problem for him, though. I think that's going to be something he just develops. Remember, JC came here and he didn't shoot a jump shot. I think he shot like one jump shot his whole college career. Another similarity to JC, we did not work him out. I really think we didn't work him out because we didn't think he was going to drop to us. There's no way Jalen Johnson should have dropped us, really and truly, because the talent he has and he can be developed into is crazy. But I think he really wants to be a bigger point, but that's why he's a combo forward, or is a Rashad a dual forward, because he can play at point guard position. So I like him. King, what is up, King? We had that. You said something in our chat talking about you didn't like it. Tell me why you didn't like it, King. I liked it. I liked that he dropped that far. And like his talent. I think he's just talented, man. Like it's just more about talent for him. Like for you to come in, I know everybody's seen that emphatic dunk he did because they showed it during it when he dunked over the dude at Syracuse. Like he has athletic ability. Like he's not bad. He's not a bad player. Like, I mean, let's think. He can play a lot of defenses. Man, I don't know. I think he's gonna be a good weak side defender. Let's think about it. So let's think about this bench lineup next year. Hopefully, I'm gonna talk about the whole DeLon Wright and all that stuff too. But you better, yes, man, call on me, man. I want to say that him. So what our youthful bench lineup would be, it'd be Sharif at the 1. Probably Cam at the 2. I don't know who you. I guess Kev at the well two or can't. I always say you can flip flop Cam and Kev at the 2 to 3. Um, and then the 4 would be Jalen, and the 5 would be when comes back healthy. I mean, we kind of sort of covered every weakness. I mean, he's not he can work his jump shot. That's the thing for me at his point. Like he can work his jump shot. Tristan got traded, King. Remember we got DeLon right now. I don't know. That was a weird trade. Tristan got traded to Sacramento, and we got DeLon right back. We did like a 3-way trade. It was weird. So I don't know. Only thing I think for him, for Jalen, is that people are going to doubt him. Yeah, we went back to DeLon. We got DeLon right. It was a weird trade. Yeah, I wanted Tristan to stay. I would have rather had Tristan stay and cover up for a little bit. But yeah, unless we're gonna go out and sign like JaVale McGee or somebody that's can be on a vet minimum. I don't know what that trade was for. Well, we dumped salary. We dumped Bruno and we dumped Dunn. So we dumped 5, probably 6. I think 6 million in salary or something like that, something close to it. So it was a salary dump type thing. But then you bring in DeLon Wright, who's making I think 8. But he's on an expiring contract. So I don't know if we buy out DeLon Wright. I don't know. He's on an expiring contract, so it's gonna be weird for him. But yeah, Jalen Johnson, he attempted, like you say, he only attempted 13 threes. I mean, he shot at an efficient rate. He shot at 44, and then he shot at his 2-pointers, it was 53. So I mean, it's not like he's not efficient. And his free throws were okay. They weren't the best. His true total rebounds was 79, so he can grab the boards. He's very athletic. That's my thing for him, is that you got athleticism and talent with him. Mind you, he was a 5-star recruit coming out of, well, he wasn't even IMG, whatever academy he was at. You know, he switched schools. And that's another thing why people kept bringing that up. Like, oh, well, he switched schools and then he even played IMG. Then he went back to his old school and only played 5 games. This dude was getting recruited in a long time. Like, dude was good. Like, he didn't have to play that many games. Like let's think about that. Where you don't play a season and still get an offer to go to Duke, that makes you just seem something was different with him. Like, it doesn't make sense for you to not play a season and still have the same recruit and have the same type of thing, man. It just the Hawks seem to have some serious young talent. Yeah, man. I think we're up to, I think almost like 7 or 8 players are under 20, under 25. So yeah, we got some. He's just, I don't know. I wouldn't say he's Cam Reddish. I think he's bigger than Cam. He's more of a forward than Cam. Cam is a shooting guard. Cam is a guard. Cam is just a tall guard. Cam can't play the forward. He can play the forward. He's not going to play like Embiid in the post or nothing, but he can guard Bobby Portis in the post. He can guard Robin Lopez on the perimeter. So that's my thing for him. He's not really a guard. I would see him more, like I said, a point forward, because he's not going to be able to play that guard role. I really think he's more of a point forward. And I really think he has the upside is what I like about him. Like, you couldn't be mad at the pick. What are your realistic expectations for this season? Are you saying him? Cameron's a forward. He's a wing. Yeah, you can put him at small forward, but he plays like a guard. I mean, I feel like he's more of I see Cam as more of a guard type player. I don't think he's more of I think he's more of a dual guard. He can play the small forward, but like it's so crazy. Like, if you go look at this, it's crazy. I think he's gonna have to gain weight. I think he just wants to compete, really and truly. I really just think he really wants to compete, and that's what I think. I think that's all it's gonna have to be. Summer League. Oh, definitely, man. Summer League. If he plays, I mean, they're all gonna play. I think we get a good. I think we can win Summer League. Don't at me on that, but I think we get a good enough lineup, I think we got a good enough team in summer league that I think we can win. I really do think we can win. I think what you have to see out of summer league, and what you should expect, Nathan Knight is going to be your 4. Jalen's going to be your 3, or it's going to be Jalen at your 4 and then Nathan Knight at your 5. Um, Sharif's going to be at the 1 and Mays is going to be at the 2. I think that's how it's going to work this time. I think that's how summer league's going to work. Don't quote me, but I don't know who the 3. King is in the building. What's good, King?
Yo. So I want to explain a little bit. It's hard to explain through, the message.
Yeah, I got you.
Cam and Jalen are pretty much the same. They're both the same type of guard. They're both gonna give you good defense. They're both gonna give you some kind of scoring. Maybe it'd be with athleticism, maybe it'd be with shooting, but they're both gonna give you some kind of scoring. When I say he's the same, I'm saying he's the same in the way of I can get better defense from Cam Reddish than I can get from Jalen. Only because Cam Reddish has already played in the NBA longer. I can get maybe 10 points from Jalen off the bench. Yeah, you're right. But it's going to be 10 points that he got 10 dunks or he got 2 points. So his stats might be 4 or 5 with 2 free throws instead of 2 threes with a free throw with 4 free throws and maybe a jump shot. So that's what I mean when I say they're the same kind of guard. But what do you want to take from it? Do you want to do defense or do you want more offense? And Cam has more offense than Jalen has more defense, and Jalen hasn't played in the league yet.
Yeah.
So since he hasn't played in the league yet, I don't know what his defense is going to look like when it translates to the NBA level, because his athleticism is gonna translate. He's gonna be athletic as hell. Like, okay, cool, I got you. Athleticism always translate, but will his defense translate, and will his shooting get better? Because in the NBA, shooting is gonna be hard. Look at Ben Simmons. That man still ain't shot no shots, and we trying to ship him to China. Philly trying to ship him to China. So that's what I say when I say they're the same kind of guard.
My thing, like for that, like they're the same. Yeah, you can say they're the same. Yeah. I get that. I think Jalen has
forward,
more
not guard, forward. Sorry,
forward. Yeah, forward. I feel like Jalen's more of he's gonna be. I think him off the bench with Sharif is going to be fun because, like you say, they're trying to say his jump shot is better. Ron Higgins came out, vice president of our basketball operations. He came out and said you can teach jump shot. Like you can teach jump shot. Like John Collins, like we said, and King, we talked about this. You were here. John Collins didn't shoot a 3 his whole career. Now he's in year 5, and he's shooting at a 44% clip constantly since he's gotten in the league.
I agree, but Wake Forest is not the 3-point shooting team that Duke is. It's more strategy. So, all right, cool. You got to think about it. Tim Duncan went to Wake Forest. So that was more Mr. Fundamental. Like, all right, cool. Yeah. So when you go to Duke, you think even Zion was, we talked about how good his 3-point shooting is or how good his shooting is, period. So when you go to Duke and you don't shoot only but 18 shots, for me, that's a red flag only because of the program. It has nothing to do with if he goes anywhere else, I'm not questioning it. But when you go to Duke and you only shoot 18 threes, it's like, you live and die by the 3. That's Duke's staple. We either going to make all these threes and beat you, or we going to lose the game. It changed up recently with Zion, of course, because he could get buckets at will in college. But even RJ, we look at it and say, hey, his 3-point shooting is not his greatest, or his shooting is not the greatest. And Knicks fans, shout out to Zora, they was trying to get him out of the first year because he couldn't shoot as well. It was inconsistent, and we didn't know what kind of game he was going to get. So
what's good, Wallace?
So yeah, that's the only difference for me.
My thing is he played 13 games. Like Zion played a full season without COVID, and so I think the 18. Like my thing is for 18 and 13, he averaged a shot like almost 2 threes a game. And he was playing in the post. Like, I mean, he was playing a power forward role. So I mean, he wasn't, you know, you gonna want to shoot. What power forward at Duke, except Zion kind of showed a shot a lot. But I mean, not a lot of power forwards. I can't think of back at a lot of power forwards at Duke that shot a lot of threes. So he's gonna figure it out. I think, and the same thing is with Sharif. And I'm gonna transition to Sharif now. Sharif didn't shoot a lot. I mean, when he shot, it looked so. And at Sharif's attempts in college at 3 were 57. He played 12 games, and he shot at a 22% clip. Would you have rather seen Jalen do that, or would you? I mean, Sharif's a guard. I'm expecting him to pull that many shots. So I mean, it just depends, like how you see it. What's going on? Hey, how's it going, FILA? How were you at, bro? I was like, yo, I was at the stadium. I was at State Farm Arena, and I saw Kai Jones get up when they said Charlotte. First off, I knew he was going to Charlotte. Like I really knew, I felt it in my bones. He was going to Charlotte because when they picked Book Knight, I was like, okay, they're gonna go center here because they're not gonna bring back Cody Zeller and what's his name? Oh my god, he's slipping my mind. Who big Bismack? They're not going to bring back Biombo and Zeller all these years. They needed a young center. They're going through a rebuild. I mean, they're not doing bad at it. I don't know if James Ray.
Hey, not with Book Knight. I can tell you that they're not doing bad at it with Book Knight. I can tell you that.
With Book Knight and LaMelo, no, nowhere near. Now that brings up Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier. If you put them off the bench, I think Terry can play a bench role, but I don't think Book Knight takes the starting role for a couple years.
Terry Rozier take a bench role to Book Knight?
I don't think not yet. I think Book Knight.
I can't see that.
Yeah, I think Book Knight has at least 2 years before he starts.
Yeah,
he comes out and starts. He got to develop a little bit more.
He will be. I think him and LaMelo can be that franchise. With LaMelo being the number one and Book Knight being the scorer. More like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Yeah. I can see that, but yeah, like you said, about 2 to 3 years for Book Knight before he becomes that guy. Because Terry Rozier he's a baller. Don't sleep.
He's a bucket. Remember, he was my MIP. He was my most improved player because he came out this year and showed you. He dropped 50 like 3 times.
Yeah,
in the beginning of the season, like he was balling. Like he was showing y'all like you want to bring LaMelo in. I'm gonna play the 2 guard at that point. If you're gonna play LaMelo, if you're gonna bring LaMelo in.
Let me ask you this, not to change subjects, but if you already fear that, well, not fear, if you already see that Book Knight is going to be your future, let's say Terry Rozier plays that whole year with the Bobcats. Wow, y'all just see my age there. The Hornets, and then you got him on a trade. Would you trade him to Atlanta to be a backup behind Trae Young? Because you know he can get a bucket.
He's gonna get a bucket. I think. See, this is my thing. So Sharif was a steal. I like Waller. I'm trying to keep like he said. Sharif was a steal. So
you can go back.
Sharif was the only person in college besides Trae Young in their freshman year to average 20 and 8. Right? Sharif averaged 20.2 and 8.1. Trae averaged like 27 and like 8.7 or something like that. So of course we all know Trae was just a generational talent, but Sharif is playing at home. I think people don't understand that aspect of it. I think Sharif's gonna ball even harder because he's home. Like he said in his press conference day, I grew up a Hawks fan. Like I think Sharif can come off the bench as long as his jump shot, and we worked him out, and Travis Sling said his jump shot improved a lot. If he can come off the bench, even though he's going to play a facilitator role, if he can do just as much off the bench, not score as much as Trae, but do as much as Trae does off the bench with the pieces around him, because you're still going to have OO there. You're still going to have
but we're not going. But you gotta realize we're not gonna have OO for the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're still gonna have Jalen if Jalen gets the backup. You're still gonna probably have Nate Knight. I think Nathan's gonna get a contract because we just got rid of Bruno.
But shouldn't we look more at Kevin though? Kevin is more so the guy that's gonna be the scorer off the bench. I think.
Yeah,
I think
Kevin is going to
Bogey's
have to
going to
be our
start.
sixth man. I think Kevin is our sixth man. I said that in the playoffs versus the Knicks. Kevin is your sixth man. He's going to be and I think he has an elite role off the bench. And he's going to keep having that. He's like, when people drafted, what was his name on Miami? Remember Mike Miller? Mike Miller came out the bench and would score and would give you a bucket. Like he was going to shoot and he was going to give you a bucket. Kyle Korver, even though if Kyle Korver came off your bench, you knew when Kyle Korver came in, you're going to be right in his face because he's going to pull it. And you got these guys like even Lou Will. Like Lou Will off the bench is deadly. Now when Lou Will starts, it's a little bit different. It can be shaky, but when he's off the bench, I think for him. And I think for Kev has a starting mindset. I think Kev at the NBA level is such a good six man. Like I think that he knows, like he can, because he said it himself. He said when he starts, you got to be right into it. But when you come off the bench, you got some time to like get your mindset, see how they're playing. I think that helps Kevin a lot when he comes off the bench. I think he gets to see what's happening. And then the competition, even when he did versus Curry, was crazy. Like when he did that 27 in Game 7. And basically carried us to that win, you couldn't be mad at him because he showed you I'm a scorer. He's an elite scorer. Like he's going to be able to score no matter if you start him or you bench him. But I think you want to start Kev. You think you give Kev and Sharif some. I think you're going to want Kev to be your scorer. But that's why I say if Sharif is in there, Sharif's going to have to give you play you at least like he said you got to trace back up. You got to play him. You got to play close to Trey. You got to give me something close to Trey. And that's what I think Sharif gives you. No other guard really in this draft was closer to Trey except Trey Mann. It was Sharif and Trey Mann. Those were two guards that were the closest to Trey Young. And the only thing Trey Mann did was shoot a little bit better than Sharif. So I mean that's what I think. And he's going to be able to work that's what I really think. He's going to be able to work on that jump. I want to see what we see in Summer League. That's really August 8th is Summer League. I think somebody asked, they put in the comments. But to confirm, August 8th is the first game versus Boston. Then we play the 10th, which is Indiana. We get two ESPN2 games.
So let me address this comment by Wallace real quick. I agree with you, Wallace. They can hold this spot. But could we imagine having Tristan Thompson? Tristan Thompson coming off the bench behind
would have been amazing.
Behind Capella would have been great. That was like the perfect fit. Like I was so excited. If you follow me on Twitter, I love it with the Dwayne Wade post. Like I love it. Like yes, and then to find out, I'm so disappointed.
Like
that he's not gonna be there. He would have been a perfect fit. He's gonna get you rebounds. He gonna score. Like that's what we needed. Like maybe the one thing I have questioned about Slank's decision has been this trade right here. Like the fact that I'm hyped to get Tristan Thompson and you send them away for people that I maybe not gonna get you the same efficiency is gonna be. I gotta see it. Now I gotta see it. With Tristan Thompson, I knew what I was gonna get.
Yeah,
I knew exactly what I was gonna get.
That was a weird situation because they came out like Tristan Thompson's coming to Atlanta. And I was like, okay, yeah, that worked. And then wait, 3-team trade. He's going to the Kings, and then y'all are getting DeLon Wright. And I was like, DeLon Wright. I said,
just question that.
Yeah, I was like, DeLon Wright, if anything, is just going to, hold Sharif's spot for a year. And I guess help Sharif develop. That's the only thing I can think of bringing in DeLon Wright, unless we buy him out. He's making $8 million. It's gonna be weird. Fridge is gonna be weird. I really think so. Cause I don't think we bring him back Solo. I don't think we're bringing back Snell. And I think you drafted Jalen Johnson to kind of sort of take up that Snell spot, even though he can't shoot us better. I think you took that roster spot up. There's like really the roster said it. We got 10 men. I think it's 10. I'm gonna check Twitter. I think it's 10 young guys, literally. It's crazy, man. It's going to be a crazy. This
basketball season is starting to. Actually, not disrespect to the NFL, But the fact that we're going to have NBA and NFL at the same time is going to be booming. Like, it's going to be lovely, especially with Russell Westbrook going to the Lakers. Not to switch topics, but just to get my spill on that, I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to say that off the rip. I do not think it's going to work because they're two ball-dominant guards. Well, two ball-dominant players. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Switching to positionless basketball. But two ball-dominant players. And I don't know how Westbrook is going to fit with LeBron, saying because LeBron's going to want the ball and he's going to demand it. We've already seen how he was with KD, and it's LeBron James. We still on that pedestal. You can pick whoever you want. Some people say KD better. Some people say LeBron's better, but LeBron James is LeBron James at the end of the day on the Lakers. Yeah. If I say give me the ball, you better give me the ball.
Now my thing is, can LeBron not be LeBron? That's my question. Because you can let Westbrook run the ball because he's going to play point. But can LeBron not run point? Okay, is it in LeBron not to be able to run point? That's my only question because I can see it working. It's just not everybody can touch the ball like we said in Brooklyn. Now they started playing. We didn't get to see all three of them, but when we did, they played selfless basketball. So I think if LeBron can, like give up his being LeBron-ness, you get Westbrook to be Westbrook and just let them run. I think that's how they're going to go.
But if you say that, then we can go to Sharif Cooper after I made this comment. But if you say that, you turn LeBron into a shooter or really an off-the-ball facilitator. Like, okay, yeah, but
Curry's off the ball facilitator though.
Yeah, but Curry can shoot off the ball, so he doesn't need. KD can run the game, and then all right, let me hit Curry because he can shoot. LeBron's not the best of shooters. Like, we know LeBron can get hot and he can hit some threes, and we can. Oh yeah, LeBron's doing his thing. Yeah, okay, cool, great. But KD, Curry, and Clay were all off the ball, so it really didn't matter who brought the ball up the court.
Yeah.
So it really didn't matter for them. LeBron's gonna want to bring the ball on the court and facilitate that way. That's how he gets a lot of buckets. Same thing with Westbrook, and then you got AD. Who's the third?
Yeah,
who's the third on that team? Even if you want to go LeBron, AD, and Westbrook, that means Westbrook now has less on every team he's been on. He's either been the first or the second option.
Yeah.
First or second. That's where he's been. Going to third, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. And you're going to have to take some pride off that and play better off the ball. But with that being said, what if Westbrook say, I'm going to focus more on defense and to get my points in transition fast break baskets. And I'm going to show out on fast breaks because I got this key steal or I got this. So he's an important piece, but ego is big. Ego is big.
Yeah, I think his ego is really going. I don't know how their ego is going to work together. But do you think the season start October 19th is too soon? I was thinking it'd be sometime in November. My whole thing from the NBA now is that they're trying to push these seasons to get back to November starts. Because they're trying to get back to being and like getting back into June basketball. Like June is going to be their month. And then like the beginning part of July, we went deep into July, man. I mean, this the deepest we've been into basketball for a while. I mean, like we had the championship, was it 2 weeks ago, and now we into the draft. Like they're gonna rush the season. They're trying to just get that money back.
Facts, big facts on that. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get up out of here. Pretty much what they're doing is, like you said, we had COVID. COVID ruined everything, and now they're trying to get this money back. They're trying to get this back, and just think about it. In the middle of October, you're gonna have basketball on, football on, baseball on.
Yeah,
it's all going to be on, and probably hockey. So every sport, everything is going to start around the same time or be on around the same time. So every fan is going to get to watch something. So sports is going to be full effect this year.
and
that's
college
beautiful.
football. Let's not forget about
Yeah,
these
yeah.
Georgia
Let's not
Bulldogs.
forget about how Georgia gonna blow it.
Whoa,
But
stop it. By October we should be about what we play September 4th for 14th. My October we should be about 6-0. Think about that.
6-0, I guarantee you I have 2 wins by October 31st.
By 2, we'd have by
2 wins.
Because you got to think by Clemson. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that another show. But I'm just gonna say that after Clemson, we got like 4 easy games. Like I don't we gonna have at least 6 by October 30 because we play Florida October 30, about Halloween weekend. So I
I'm
know
going
that
with the Gators early. Gators.
okay. It's Gators fan that don't believe they're gonna beat Georgia this year. But with Westbrook now, LeBron can play more all ball on that. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking. But I just don't know if LeBron cannot play without the ball. Like he's been number 1 option his whole career. Literally, I don't think he's ever been a non-off ball person. Like, and even when he had Kyrie, he still was trying to bring the ball up with Kyrie. Like it's gonna be a weird situation out there in LA. We'll see by Frank Vogel. Hopefully, can pull something out. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird situation though.
Yeah, that's facts. And if he don't figure it out, then Jason Kidd he'll be fired by the middle of the season, and Jason Kidd will figure it out. or LeBron will figure it out for Jason Kidd, like he did with Ty Lue.
Jason Kidd's in Dallas.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so I don't know who they backup coach is now.
Yikes. Dang. Well, either LeBron will figure it out and he'll be like Bill Russell, or he just won't figure it out and they'll lose in the playoffs. But he got his rings. Is everybody else trying to get their rings? So yeah, LeBron's still gonna go down as the GOAT. Let me rephrase that. One of the GOATs.
One of them.
One of the GOATs. In your opinion, whoever, because that's not my opinion. I'm to this day gonna say Kobe the GOAT. I'm to this day. I don't care what nobody say. Kobe the GOAT. But if you got MJ, Kobe, or LeBron, I feel it's fair. I feel it's fair. If you want to take Bill Russell and you that old, I feel it's fair. So what you've seen is what you've seen. But I'm gonna get up out of here, T, and I'll be in the comments, brother. Peace.
Got you. Thank you, King, for coming on, giving his spiel. I got you. Definitely want to talk about Sharif right quick. I want to get Sharif in here. Like I said, he played 12 games. He started all 12 as a freshman. He had a average 20 and 8, like I said. He averaged a steal. I think Sharif, my thinking for Sharif, and people didn't like him because he was short. I really think that it was his shortness and he couldn't really shoot is why he didn't go as far as he could. But it just doesn't really make sense for me for them to do that. Wow, I forgot you're a big Joe Johnson fan, but hey, we paid him too much money while he was here. I'll put it like that. But definitely want to. So Sharif was supposed to be a top 20 pick. So let's think about this. 2 of our picks were supposed to be top 20. Is that not a good draft for where we got them at? Well, one was supposed to be top 5. So you get a top 5 player and a top 20 player. Was that not a good draft? I think that's one of the best. Travis Slink hasn't missed a draft yet. He hasn't missed on one. You bring in John Collins. You bring in Trae Young the next year and Kevin Huerter. You bring in, I forgot who, and Amari, but we're not going to talk about Amari. He didn't work out. You bring in, so it's John, Trae, and Kev, Cam, DeAndre, and Bruno, but we just traded Bruno. And then you bring in, who was last year? Oh my God. Nate and Ben. Not Ben. I said Ben. I saw Ben Simmons. Nate and Skylar. And then you bring in this year Sharif Cooper and Jalen. And you don't have to trade up or down to get them. Like it's crazy. What we did this draft. Kind of crazy. We have our own. Yes. And I feel like people are gonna take that wrong, ISO Joe, but I think that's really what we have now. But I think we got a guy he's gonna get pressured in the shooting. They don't pressure Ben Simmons to shoot up there in Philly. If you pressure somebody to shoot, they're gonna have to shoot. And I think he's gonna want to shoot. I mean, you got a team full of shooters. You can't walk around with everybody with a strap and he ain't got no strap. You gonna have to shoot. He gonna have to shoot. Like Sharif, he gonna have to learn. And they said Sharif jump shot improved a lot. He gonna have to shoot. Like this team is going to be a crazy, and we really don't know how Nate McMillan is gonna run this offense. I don't think I want to know. I want to see who our coach is gonna be for summer league. I don't know. I would think it'd be his son. I would think it would be his son, but I just don't. We don't know. I don't think we know for sure. I think Jamil would probably be the head coach. But we just don't know yet. We haven't announced. I think they haven't announced it. We do have a 5th game on August 16th. I'm telling y'all the schedule. I forgot about the summer league schedule. We played at 8, 10, 12, and 14. Then either on the 16 or 17, we will get a 5th game. The 2 teams with the best 2 records after 4 games will play for the championship, with tiebreakers for teams within the same record being head-to-head, then point differential. If the tie is still not broken, a coin will be flipped. So now we know it's going to be Cam, Skyler, Nathan Knight, with Jalen Johnson and Sharif Cooper. So yeah, that'll be our hopeful, starters. Is there any truth? No, I don't think so. There's no reason to trade Gallo, and there's no reason to trade Cam. Main reason Cam is Cam. Like, he's Cam. He has too much. No, we got the potential of it. That's like, let's say Jalen Johnson has something like Cam, and then we see Cam, like, look what we saw Cam do in the playoffs. You can't trade it. And then Gallo is Gallo, man. You can't, I mean, like, he's not the best on defense, but he's going to give you effort when he's healthy. There's not a lot of truth. I mean, people want these players, and they're going to start stuff. That's how I see it myself. They did the same thing with John Collins all year. They wanted to start all that. They wanted him. Every other team wanted him. But now I do want to talk about John. I want to bring JC. I'm talking about JC real quick. I don't know if y'all saw the report. The other teams are being very pessimistic in getting John Collins, because they think he's going to get signed. They think he's going to stay with the Hawks, which we knew that. I think Hawks fans knew that ourselves, that he wasn't going to leave. But other teams are saying it's very pessimistic. He's probably not answering calls, really and truly. Let's be honest. I don't really think he's going to answer a call to anybody. He might hear like they might send something to his agent, but I don't think a team's calling him that he's going to answer it unless it's the Hawks. So yeah, I think we and everybody wants to talk about money. We'll figure it out. We got pieces that we can move around and make more money out for these guys. That's how I see it. Any other comments? Anything you guys want to talk about? Make sure you like the video. Before you do leave, though, make sure you give us a like. Is there any other topics you guys want to talk about before I get out of here? King, I think King is doing a show Sunday again about these guys. We'll probably go a little bit more in depth. Just want to talk to you guys about them. So yeah, the NBA season is going to start October 19th. That is wild. But we're gonna have a whole bunch of sports at the same time. So I'm not gonna be mad. Yeah, bro. Yeah, the whole JC thing it's more people just don't like JC. I don't know. I was gonna say people don't like JC, but there's nothing not to like about him. It's like the dude that said Clint Capella's ceiling is the conference finals. People just want to make up narratives. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Shout out ISO Joe, shout out Ayers, Wallace, shout out Dave. What's going on? Dave, I ain't seen you in a while. How you doing, Dave? How you been? And shout out Jack Swag 1404. Anybody else that came in here? Shout out to you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Go ahead and get out of here. Thank y'all. Have a good night. I'm gonna throw this out here though. Man, you gotta get the official drink of the podcast, official energy drink of the podcast. Raise Energy. You go to the website at repsports.com. Use code FILA SP to get 15% off your order when you check out. They have everything. They just announced they have protein cake. So if you're in the workout, they have energy. This is a healthy energy drink. This is like a creatine type thing. And it works. I use it. It was pretty good. It wouldn't really make you too anxious. And they have protein powder cakes, the actual like the cake stuff that has protein in it, so you can eat it after or before your workouts. But yeah, use code FILA at checkout to get 15% off your order. And that's it, y'all. Let me get out of here. Peace.